Hi guys, welcome again. My name is Rotimi, and yeah, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, Football Predict. So yesterday was kind of let me say Liverpool did not, no, Liverpool did not live up to expectation yesterday. They let Chelsea get the best of them. So eventually there was a late goal that eventually turned our ticket upside down. But we're not going to dwell on that. What's going bygone is bygone. So today I've got some nice picks for us today. So I'm just going to get to you straight away. Just before I get to it, this is my YouTube channel. If you're watching, kindly hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, share this, and drop a comment. I'll be sure to respond to your comment as well. Yeah. So today I've got some lovely picks for us. And the first game right here now is Wolves versus Brighton. We know Brighton has been doing great so far, and Wolves they've not been doing it great so far. So I'm saying Brighton win or draw, which is like X2, and the odd is at 1.29. So yeah, Brighton Wolves versus Brighton to win or draw. The odd is at 1.29. Then my next pick is Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. Of course, this Nottingham Forest manager, the owner of the club, actually, I think he's the one messing the club up by himself. All by himself. He's got a great coach at the beginning of the season, then eventually he fired the man. So now the club is just like nose diving to the to don't let me say relegation, but you know what? I'm putting my money on Newcastle. So Newcastle win or draw. Newcastle win or draw. The odd is not very much. It's at 1.16. So yeah, Newcastle win or draw 1.16. Remember, these odds are going to accumulate to 3 odd because 3 odd is what we are looking for, and that's it. So now the next game on the list now is Aston Villa versus Burnley. Of course, we all know Aston Villa is going to come out victorious on this, but I do not want to go all in, so I'm saying Aston Villa win or draw. And the odd is at 1.17, my G's. So the next game on the list now is also Barcelona. Sevilla versus Barcelona. We all know what PSG did to Barcelona in the Champions League, and of course, Sevilla seems to be getting their foot in the La Liga. Like this season, they've been doing great so far, but that don't mean they are going to kick Barcelona, like they are going to come out victorious in this fixture. So I also don't want to go all in. I'm saying Barcelona win or draw. The odd is at 1.17, my G's. Okay, so the next game here is Celta Vigo versus Atletico Madrid. Of course, Atletico Madrid win or draw. The odd is at 1.22. And lastly, Porto versus Benfica. Porto has been on a winning streak, like both in the international competition and in their league competition. They've been doing so well, and we all know Benfica has been like messing up lately. So I also don't want to go all in, so I'm saying Porto win or draw, and the odd is at 1.27. So all these should accumulate to like 3.20 odds, depending on the bookmaker you are choosing. I don't want to mention the bookmaker I'm using because no, they are none of them sponsoring this event. So depending on the bookmaker you are choosing, the odds should be at least over a little bit over 3, or it should be mine is like 3.20. So yours should be a little higher, or maybe 3 point something, depending on what you're choosing. So yeah. So that's it for today, guys. Let me do a quick recap just before I go. The first game on the list is let me see again. Wolves versus Brighton. Brighton X2, and the odds is at 1.29. The next game is Newcastle versus Nottingham. Of course, Newcastle win or draw. The odd is at 1.16. Then the next game is Aston Villa versus Burnley. Aston Villa win or draw. The odd is at 1.17. And the next game is Sevilla versus Barcelona. Barcelona win or draw. and the odd is at 1.17. Following game is Celta Vigo versus Atletico Madrid. Atletico win or draw. The odd is at 1.22. And lastly is Porto Benfica. Porto win or draw. The odd is at 1.27. And the total odd is 3.20. So that's it for today, guys. If you haven't, kindly subscribe to this channel, like, share, drop a comment, and I'll be sure to respond to it. Thank you so much, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.